Should you avoid array mutation during JavaScript iteration? Have you ever wondered if changing an array while you are going through it in JavaScript is a good idea? This question is important for anyone working with data structures and control flow. Let's break it down. In general, it is best to avoid mutating an array during iteration. Mutating means changing the contents of the array, like adding or removing items. Doing this while iterating can lead to unexpected results and bugs in your code. When you use methods like forEach, map, filter, or reduce, these functions decide which elements to visit based on the array's length at the start. If you change the array while using these methods, you might skip some elements or revisit others. For example, if you add new items to the array, those will not be included in the iteration. If you remove items, the indexes will shift, which can confuse the process. The callback function you provide to these methods gets the elements based on their state when they are accessed. If you change an element before it is visited, the callback will see the new value. However, if you remove an element, it will not be visited at all. This can lead to tricky bugs that make your code harder to understand. For instance, if you delete or splice elements inside a forEach loop, you might find that the loop behaves in ways you did not expect. This can make debugging your code a real challenge. From a best practice standpoint, it is better to avoid mutation during iteration. Instead, consider using non-mutating methods like map, filter, or reduce. These methods create new arrays based on the original data without changing it. This approach leads to cleaner and more maintainable code. If you must mutate an array for performance reasons, traditional for loops can give you more control. You can manage the index carefully and ensure that your changes do not affect the iteration. Another option is to make a copy of the array before you start iterating. This way, you can change the original without impacting the iteration process. In summary, avoiding array mutation during iteration helps prevent confusing bugs and supports clearer JavaScript code. When working with arrays, try to use methods that do not change the original array or use controlled loops if you need to make changes. This practice will help you master JavaScript concepts for web development and write code that is reliable and easy to follow.